If you need something picked up in Europe and shipped to the US, you're probably going to think of FedEx. So it's appropriate that the Memphis logistics firm this week became the latest US company to raise cash over the Atlantic from European bond investors. The lower interest rates in the Eurozone make that look like an obviously good deal. And some investors think that FedEx's €3 billion fundraise could signal a wave of so-called reverse Yankee bond issuance by investment-grade US companies. But American corporate treasurers did rather hope for a bit more encouragement than they got on Thursday from the ECB. Mario Draghi did repeat his promise to do whatever it takes to reflate the Eurozone economy, but minutes from the last ECB meeting underlined the divisions within the central bank. The monetary stimulus package that it unveiled last month, which included that unprecedented promise to bring corporate bonds into the quantitative easing programme, that did bring down the interest rate on new euro-denominated corporate debt. But for now, there's little sign of officials talking rates lower still. And meanwhile, in the US, corporate bond yields have come down even more. Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen has been out-surprising Mr. Draghi with her dovishness. The yield differential between the Eurozone and the US does remain elevated, though, because for all its delays, the Fed is still facing in the direction of rate rises. So American companies are looking at a 210 basis point saving on their interest bill if they issue in Europe. And that's a no-brainer for companies that, like FedEx, are doing merger deals in the Eurozone or funding European subsidiaries. The costs of swapping the funds back into dollars is the other variable for other companies, and that's made reverse Yankee issuance quite volatile. The cost of such swaps has increased since mid-2014, peaking during the market turbulence this February. Less fearful markets have reduced the cost more recently, though, and reverse Yankee deals do seem likely to pick up. Perhaps they'll even eclipse the $18.8 billion worth that we had in the first quarter. That was when Honeywell and Amgen and IBM were amongst the big US firms tapping European investors. It would only take a little more dovish cooing from Mr. Draghi, and the skies could be full of money being FedExed across the Atlantic to the US. Stephen Foley for the Financial Times.